How would you recommend people try to find more meaning and purpose in their job? If it's a W-2 job, if you're self-employed, if you're running a business, I'll admit sometimes I feel like my job doesn't have as much purpose as I would like it to. And that may sound weird to some people. I don't know, because I like to think that I have some form of influence, or I provide video that has some sort of positive influence on people. When I do find meaning, it's when people, like, for example, last night, actually, we were at this watch party and someone came up to Graham and I, and they're like, "Hey, I saw the podcast you did with Jordan Peterson that actually I watched it with my girlfriend and it solved a lot of our relational issues." And I was like, okay, wow. And when I hear stuff like that, it makes me feel more purpose, more meaning, and it drives me to continue working harder. But maybe for other jobs where it's a little bit more difficult to find that, how would you recommend they go about that?
Love the question. First, gratitude. So start with, what am I grateful for that this job provides me? All right. So we can start with income. Provision takes care of me. So this is what it does for me now. It's a W-2 job, not where I want to be, but I start with gratitude for what it's doing for me now. Then we begin to say, what is this job doing for me later? In other words, it's giving me that stability that I just said I'm grateful for. And so it's positioning me. So we begin to really reimagine how we see this current job. That's not the rung of the ladder we want to be on, but it allows me the opportunity to climb the next several rungs. And so we start there. That's going to really shift things. Like, okay, great. I probably would have been very grateful 6 months ago for this gig, or 6 years ago. Okay. I'm grateful because this is giving me a platform for stability and then opportunity going forward. That changes our mindset. But then we get right back to what you were talking about. I think you have to sit there and you go, how is my work helping a human today? I think it's that simple, that question. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to be as rewarding as that person saying that to you last night. That's one of the awesome benefits we get from the work we do, is people say things that are incorrect, like, you changed my life. No, we didn't. You changed your life. I had a little coaching moment. Thank you. And that's really rewarding. Okay. But for those of you that are in W-2 jobs where you're not getting that feedback from a real person who is so overwhelmed, and that was such a beautiful testimony to what you do. But what you've got to do is go, okay, if I were going to talk to people today who benefit from my work, what would they say on a base level that I did for them today? So if I'm a programmer and I'm programming code for an app that does this for people, remind yourself of that on a daily basis. Maybe type it up, maybe put it on your desk, have it on your phone. You can look at every once in a while. Reflect on, there are humans on the other end of this work that I will not get to hear from, but I know that what this is doing is making their life better in this way, this way, and this way. And that's really important to remind yourself of your why when you aren't getting that person-to-person accolade from that end user. That's what I would do. And I think that's really, really important. And it's a very important question, because a lot of people sit there and they go, I did this today, I did this today, I did this today. And it's really great on my weekly report, and I felt very efficient, but does my work matter? That's a very, very scary place to be in, because if you keep asking the question, does my work matter? It's only a matter of time before you start to go, do I matter?